The challenge for us was that we had a really successful digital pilot, so where we invested a significant amount of money promoting GSK through paid digital media. It had been a real success. We'd gained buy-in at really senior level, and our challenge next was, okay, how do we take that on and deliver that consistently? Across GSK, we've got 400 plus communicators, all of which potentially could be contributing to that story. So that's the real challenge, is how do you motivate and upskill that amount of people to be able to help you tell this really coherent, engaging story. I think the key thing that we did was to introduce something which we call a content hub, which is a network of communicators who we knew would be passionate about digital. And it was about bringing those people together every month and with an objective of doing three things. So first of upskilling that group. So it's bringing outside influencers in and sharing best practice. It's providing an environment for them to collaborate both with the digital team but also with each other to create brilliant content. Then we also brought metrics and analysis in to have really subjective conversations about how best we can create digital content for GSK. So if I was to do it again, I think I would, right from the get-go, focus in on, as well as creating a brilliant meeting and coming up with amazing ideas and upskilling people, but I'd also focus on driving real accountability out the back of that process. So it's not just generating great ideas, it's not just upskilling people, it's how's that going to impact the work that we do as a result? What new content are we going to create? How are we going to tighten up our overall content calendar to make sure we're producing the most engaging, the most consistent stories? What makes this, the Content Hub, really stand out, I think, is the engagement of the individuals who are in there. It's a meeting, it's a process, it's something that you have to do, but equally, it feels a lot more than that. I think people are constantly coming up to me and telling me how it's the best meeting that they have every month, how engaging it is, how much they've learned as part of the process. I think it works because we plan it really well. So it's not a meeting that you cobble together 15 minutes before you turn up. We take weeks making sure that we've got the right agenda, that it's really tight, that we've got good external speakers coming in if necessary, that we've got really good topics to ideate around. And then I think the other thing that really makes it stand out and make it work is that it's 100% aligned with everybody's objectives within that room. That's why we've been able to have a really effective digital calendar, is because we've been able to demonstrate to people that what digital can do is deliver their objectives. I think the next challenge in digital corporate comms, certainly for GSK and probably a similar situation for a lot of my contemporaries, is I think we're doing a pretty good job of communicating to a section of our overall audience. So the people that follow us on social media or the people that visit our website. But in reality, that is a very small selection of the people that you'd want to influence, the people that you want to change their perception of your organisation or reinforce their perception of your organisation. And the only way to do that is through an expanded paid media programme. I think the greatest challenge in my sector is not being able to talk about your products. Certainly not to a general public. Having come from a FMCG background, that was where you turn to get the majority of your content. Typically, your product is something that people were engaging with every day, so it was a very easy way of generating content, which you can't do when you work in the pharma industry. You have to really think hard about what you want to stand for and elevate yourself above your products as well, and think about how you represent your overall business, your overall brand identity. I've heard it said before that the future of digital corporate communication is that you'll scratch out the word digital at the start of it. It will become inherent in all corporate communication. It won't be an add-on or bolt-on, something that people do on the side. It will be integral to every corporate communicator's role. People won't even call it digital anymore because it'll just be part of what they do.